I have a few beers in the competition tomorrow at COEX, the Seoul International Wine and Spirits Expo. I have the UK Porter, the American Stout, and the IPA. And so we'll see. This bronze is for that porter at Daegu, so I'm hoping it gets something, but we'll see. Yeah. Little did I know.
이분도 안동에 계신다고 네, 결정하셨습니다. 그럼 이제 바로 1등 케빈 그랩 이어 내용은 같습니다.
I would win Best Porter Stout at the Korean Homebrewing Championship. But that's not all.
코리아 홈브루잉 챔피언십의 종합 금상 상금은 100만 원이 수여됩니다.
와.
올해 최고의 홈브루잉 맥주로 선정된 만큼 많은 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 금상 100만 원. 두구두구두구두구. 네. 케빈 그랩의 잉글리시 포터.
와.
Hi everyone, I can't believe I'm here. This is unreal. I want to thank my wife and my kid, and I want to thank all the professional brewers who inspire me. Nick from Chill Hops, Paul from Gorilla, Fred from The Ranch, Joe from Ash Tree. I'm forgetting somebody anyway, and the Homebrew Chat, who inspire me every day. Scott's in there, he won something tonight too. So to all the homebrewers across the country, this means a lot, and I will continue brewing more delicious beers.
네, 감사합니다.
Ready? Best beer of the festival. Number 1, gold medal, 1,000,000 won. This is roughly 900 US, 850, 900 US, somewhere in there. So, I made a UK porter. The Stout Smackdown in Daegu happens every year in April. I try to enter 2 things because they do have the low gravity, high gravity, and specialty stouts. So if I'm going to make some dark beers, I might as well try and at least enter in 2 of the categories, right? So my UK Porter won bronze there. 3rd place, low gravity. And I'm pleased. 3rd place is great. If people are only making dark beers, the competition's fiercer, right? Everyone's making dark beers. There's little variations. I don't mean little variation, but there are small variations between the beers. They can taste very different, but they're all dark beers, right? So there is some similarity here. So to win stuff, you do have to be pretty competitive, and that's great. Bronze is good. I entered it into the Korean Homebrewing Championship, which is at the Seoul International Wine and Spirits Expo at COEX every June. And I'm going to brag because this is pretty crazy. There's 4 categories: IPA, wheat beer, porter stout, and golden pale ale. Golden pale ale together, porter stout together. There were no first place showings for IPA, wheat beer, and golden pale ales because the judges didn't think that any of them were good enough to get a gold medal for those specific categories. I got one for the porter, which is just insane. I'm the only person in the 4 main categories who got an actual first place for their respective category. Now, in the open category, which is where the sours come in or fruit beers, there was another first place. That was a fruit beer by Shin Jung-bin. But at the end of everything, when it was said and done, they had to pick an overall best winner. So I suppose it would have been me or the fruit beer from Shinjungbin. And there you go. Jonghap Gumsang. Overall gold. So, yeah, I'm blown away. I sent it in on Tuesday. It arrived on Wednesday. They judged on Friday. And I got to, I finished work and I was on the train and I got a text. And it was like, Il-dung, one level, Kevin Grab, and then it said 1,000,000 won, and I went, there's no way. And I'm looking at the rest of this text for the winners, and it's like, Porter Stout won, and then I noticed no one else got any ones, and I was just overall, I didn't even need to translate this. Sometimes I'll put things into translation apps. This one was like, quite clear. Like, oh my god. So, get down to Cheonan. Wife gets home and I'm outside waiting for her, right? And I'm just smiling and she's like, what? I'm like, I just won like 1,000,000 won for best beer at the biggest homebrew competition in Korea of the year. So, well, a few things because I talked to the judges. This year had 10% or 15% more entries than last year. They said that there were 105, 110 entries overall. So when I win best in show, that's fairly competitive, right? It wasn't 8 beers, which would still be great beating 7 other beers, but beating over 100 beers with mine as number 1, that feels good. And one of the reasons I won, I was talking to the judges during the awards show. She said, Kevin, we didn't give out number 1s for the other categories because it was quality, but a lot of people are trying to reinvent the wheel, or they're trying to do something very interesting, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at a beer competition where you're entering your beers under very strict categories, like UK Porter, when you're judging my beer, they give you a little thing from the BJCP, the Beer Judge Certification Program, list of beers, and it should taste like that. Now, if you have a brewery and you're brewing things for customers and they love it and they want to buy more, fair play, right? There's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with experimenting, but with BJCP guidelines, the guidelines are guidelines, and they are being followed to a degree. So I apparently nailed a British Porter. Like, nailed it. So, yay! This is a hobby, right? Like, this is not my job. I'm not an idiot, and I've brewed quite a few beers, but I'm by no means an expert. So winning this means a hell of a lot, and thank you to everyone. I already thanked people in my video that you saw before. Les, I forgot to mention you on stage. I edited you in. Thank you. But yeah, I'm going to make another batch of that beer now, of the porter. So that'll be the next video. So next week, stay tuned, and I will show you how to make that. And I'll give you the recipe in the comments too. I don't want to safeguard it. There's no point. It's a traditional British porter, so I'm not hiding anything. But that'll be next week. Tune in. And this is truly insane. And thank you to everyone who watches. Thank you for the people who inspire me. It's a wild ride, and I'm appreciative as fuck.